Sam Barber, the All Academy Championships, Air Force got to host it this year, and I thought you put on a pretty good event.
Yeah, a great event. I think that part of it, we can start with that. Obviously, the results we'll talk about as well. But the event, just world class support here at the Air Force Academy, from events to facilities to sports information, just everybody, all hands in, IMG Properties. They just did a great job in hosting the event. The facility was, worked out pretty well. It was a new facility for us, first time being in there. So a little bit of an unknown getting in there, and it worked out pretty nice. But, specifically want to say great job to Coach Chris Heilman. He was a tournament director, just did a phenomenal job hosting the event, start to finish. Like every little detail you saw in that event was the responsibility of of him, and he did an incredible job while balancing everything else we do as wrestling coaches, plus taking care of a new two-week-old baby. So yeah, he had his plate full, and then IMG really stepped up. Sports Properties did a great job. USA, great sponsor, the best support I've seen from them in this event, in my 12-year history with it. And then the Air Force RTC stepped up and hosted a great alumni social too. And with the alumni, we had just great alumni support. And guys back from the early '60s all the way up until most recently 2018. So and a great group of 2013ish type guys. So some captains in the Air Force back, and just really incredible support there. And a great speech by Brigadier General Brooke Leonard for the post event. Banquet, and that stuff, if that can't get you fired up, I don't know what to do for you. It was incredible. So just want to say thanks to everybody that kicked in and supported the event.
And on the mats, you got 3 championships out of it, and really right in this thing came down to 1 point, which is very rare in something this big.
Yeah, 1 point in a small field like that, with only 7 teams and an entire day of wrestling, right? Like it was just, I talk to the guys all the time about like the importance of inches and ounces, like how small the little details are. We pick up, a half a point here and here, and what that looks like is probably another takedown in a match, or instead of turning the guy one last time to tech him, pin him, something like that. It was super small. We definitely had our opportunities. Our fate was in our own hands, and at the end of the day, it just didn't shake out that way. But as always, I thought like the team's effort was solid. As I've been saying every week, is that we're a little bit of a young team, and we're growing and getting better every week. And I really do see that improvement, and they want to be great, and they're willing to do whatever we ask them to do to get there. So as much as it's extremely frustrating, it's been, usually I'm about a 48-hour guy, and I'm over it and on to the next thing. And this one's been hanging over my head a few more days, but we're going to get ready for what's next. And as always, I know the team has got my back, and I got their back, and we're going to continue to grow and get better.
And right dead ahead of you is Big 12 dual meets. You got Utah Valley up next.
Yeah, a couple good ones for us. These are going to be 2 competitive dual meets. Both the teams I think are a little bit young, maybe a little bit banged up. So they're going to be tight dual meets, and again, and it's going to come back to the small things, and it's going to be, who executes in their areas, and who finds a way to squeak out the tight matches. So. But yeah, Utah Valley, another great program. They got some really good wrestlers in their lineup. We don't know who we're going to see, but they got some solid guys that are national ranked. And Fresno, continues to grow and improve. And same thing, they got some great wrestlers. They have a good fan base. We expect to be wrestling in front of a pretty large hostile crowd, and we love those type of venues. So it's going to be a good weekend for us.
How's your team's mentality? I mean, after that frustrating, as you said, loss so close in the All Academies, and then you got to turn around and jump into Big 12.
We talk a lot about this stuff, how to react to these types of things, and we try and react to them, proactively and positively, right? And it's like no highs too high, no lows too low. But Saturday night was, was pretty rough. Saturday night was pretty rough, and I think Sunday morning was pretty rough too. And we had a chance to talk to the guys. They were off on Sunday. Had a chance to talk to them on Monday morning, and a lot of this, these guys, the type of people they are, I think a lot of them, they realize that like with 1 point, and there's only one guy on our entire team that maximized every point he could get. I think we had 9 guys that were kind of carrying around the burden of that result, right? So, and it's never one man's burden. It's somewhere, somehow, as a team, we would have to figure that out. But I think we're starting to come out of it a little bit. We had a great practice. yesterday afternoon. We got some good things, a good training cycle here the next 2 days. Some good things we're excited about doing. Some individual work with guys. Some guys that showed up right away on Monday morning and asked for an initial workout. So that's a great response, right? When you don't get what you want, like if nothing changes, nothing changes. One of my good friends used to tell me. So you got to do something different. We had a few guys show up, and they want to do some things different because they want to see some change in the results they're producing.
All right, so Big 12 this weekend. Good luck to you.
Appreciate it. Thanks.